So you lower.
Got to keep it chill.
Can't even see my blends right into my shirt. LaCroix's gone camouflage.
There it is.
Yeah, what's going on? Morning, the morning. It's Tuesday. It's election day. If I was campaigning for office,
yeah,
I would hire that guy that does the ring announcement.
You wouldn't have enough money to hire that.
I heard it's expensive for that guy to come out and do that.
That guy is very expensive.
Yeah,
and I feel like that would not be a good use of your campaign funds.
So, what's his name anyway?
Rock Sunshine.
Rock Sunshine. I brought you here. I was wondering, I wanted to hire you for my kid's birthday party.
You wanted to hire me?
Yeah. So you come in.
$1.5 million.
Wait, 1.5. All I want you to do is
contractual obligations and indemnity clauses.
Is this how you always talk, or I'm just?
It's my bread.
Honey, come to bed. I just want you to come to bed.
Get ready for coitus!
Honey, can you?
Yes! Yes!
Could you imagine that guy all day long?
Oh my goodness. No, I can't. That's annoying me just like right now.
Just doing it.
Welcome to Mourning the Morning.
Yep.
My name is Nick Niebles.
I'm Shawn Warner.
Sean Warner.
We're
Nick Niebles.
Yep, we're bringing
Sean Warner. Nick Niebles.
Still
Sean Warner.
Yeah. I like being Sean.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever wanted to change your name?
Yeah. I think we had this discussion a few times.
Yeah. I used to want to change my name to the very, very stereotypically Caucasian.
Careful.
Like I always felt like who the strong, tough army dudes were. Mm-hmm. They were always like Jack or John.
I wanted going down the J route. I wanted to be Jeff as a kid.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Why Jeff?
I don't know.
Just always Jeff.
I just like Jeff. Spelled with a J, of course.
I was wondering,
not that shitty G.
Right, with the Jeff.
Jeff. No offense to anyone named Jeff.
No offense to anyone named Geoff. Straight from the entire crew here at Mourning the Morning to you.
That's right.
Everyone included, whether they say so or not.
Oh.
Carrie, over on production. We got Lindsay.
With an L. Like she should.
Two L's. Figure out where the second one is, folks. Mm-hmm. Figure it out.
That's right. And the second L is not silent.
Funny enough. Lindsay.
And our Latin counterparts call her Yinzy. No? I don't speak Spanish. What are we doing, man? What are we doing with our lives?
Having a good time.
Yeah. Sorry we missed last week. It was...
Whoa. No apologies.
Yeah, no, I feel bad that there may have been someone they're getting their lunch together. They're sitting at their desk.
It's time for Mourning the Morning. I'm gonna get what I'm saying? Morning.
They go to click. They're ready because we advertise it live.
11:30 a.m. every Tuesday and Thursday.
They're just
Pacific Standard Time. Mm-hmm. And then last week they tuned in and it was like... But then Nick came to the rescue with 2 separate highlight videos. Mm-hmm. Bam, bam. So...
of material you have already seen.
Something that I recycled so that we could get more views.
They were pretty good though. That was
good.
Fun. That was a good segment.
Yeah. Well, how can we hire somebody to do that for us? That is definitely something I do not want to do anymore.
Oh, just the cut. You don't want to do it anymore?
I want somebody
You're really good at it.
Well, thank you, but I would. just because somebody is good at something doesn't mean that they should do it. Also,
yeah, you should just squander that talent.
No,
do it at all.
I'm not. Okay, look, Shawn. Maybe you're an amazing loomist, right? Maybe you're a badass with a loom. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
This is some fast looming. Oh my God. What?
Keep your finger out of there.
Oh, I'm going to. Goodness gracious.
I have no idea how a loom works.
It's a dragon. It's a dragon. Shawn, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
Come here.
Okay. No, I choose.
No, can I talk to you for a second?
All right.
Hey, you know, and I. Come on, don't shy away from this.
No, I just.
You know, and I know. Okay, that when you're improvising, you are an expert in whatever you're doing. You choose to know. Thank you. Shawn? Did you choose to know? I mean, you did. You started to.
I did. Yeah.
You started to.
I did.
I want to say you started to.
Yeah.
And then do you know where it went off the rails?
When I admitted that I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
That's right.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Okay. So I'm gonna need. I don't know. What do you think is right? 50 improv push-ups. Okay. And by improv push-up in accents.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to ask?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go.
1.
Okay.
2.
Okay.
3.
Fair enough.
4.
Ooh, okay. I like this round.
5.
Ooh.
6! We're not going to do 50, are we? Back to the loop! Gotta go!
That or commit, and you committed. I applaud that. I applaud the improv. It is election day.
It's
Shawn,
crazy. It's crazy.
I'm not afraid to say.
Yes, all 7.
I voted all blue. I voted all blue on the individual.
Just across the board. You bothered to do no research.
Oh, I did my research, of course. But if it came down between simply a Republican or a Democrat, I voted Democrat.
Because there was treasurer was either Republican or nonpartisan. So where did you go there?
Probably nonpartisan.
Okay. So you're saying you didn't vote blue, you just voted opposite. Okay, I got you.
Correct.
Okay.
Opposite the party that wants to destroy our government and democracy.
Oh, well, sorry, I got excited.
I don't know how to dance.
Oh, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. It's a big day. Yeah, I didn't wear mine. I should have. I bet Nick's wearing his.
No, I am, my friend. Should have worn my Bernie shirt. Although I'd be floating it now. It's like an XL.
You mean the one that Shepard did?
Shepard?
Yeah.
Who's Shepard?
The street artist. Obey?
I don't remember.
I can't think of his first name. He did Obey.
Lamb
Shepard. Yeah, Lamb Shepard.
I didn't think it was bad.
Nice. I'm going to take all I can get today. Puts me in a good mood.
You want some silly?
I want some silly.
I'll
take some silly.
Let's get some silly.
I think people like silly. People want to just. So everyone, I haven't seen a comment yet on the new look.
Whose look?
Our
background. We expanded the background thing a little bit. I felt like if we turned the camera a little bit, you could see a little bit more of my house. We were starting to get ready for Christmas because we are unabashedly unashamed of just simply being holiday people. I used to not be a holiday person. I used to hate holidays.
But now you're starting to get into
starting to become a holiday person, Shawn.
So you weren't a Halloween guy.
Nope. And
this Halloween we had a party. You were all into it. We had one of my favorite costumes.
We handed out candy.
I'd love to see your hair slicked back. That was really cool.
I was Kurt. Captain Kirk.
J.R. Harris said he tried to watch us on the live stream app and says address is invalid.
Well, he's invalid.
That is your fault.
That's not my fault.
We're not having problems from anyone else.
Nope.
And now's not the time to discuss it. You speak to Yinzi.
Yinzi handles our TCP
That's
settings.
right. What's the matter with you?
Goodness gracious. Yinzi, what's up with the Ethernet?
What? Don't you back talk him?
She's told me to shove my IP address.
Good. That's what you get, Nick.
Whatever.
Hashtag feminism.
Hashtag feminism.
So you're getting into spirit. Now, so you're looking forward to Thanksgiving.
I am going to cook for things. I want to have a Friendsgiving.
Okay.
We want to have people over.
Everyone watching can come.
And if you know where I live, if you have my phone number, you may call me. And I will choose to let you know if you can come or not.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It is not a free-for-all, my friend.
We got to vet it.
If I mean, look, I probably don't have a problem with you in general.
Somebody might accidentally bring macaroni salad.
Oh, hold on now. Hold on. I'm a fan of macaroni salad.
Oh, you are? Well,
what? Let's talk.
What? This is a deal breaker. What?
Okay. All right. You know that's another great thing about this?
Oh.
The fact that we can actually do very physical improv. You can actually stand up, get out of your chair.
So we have more room.
Yeah. So you can go on, get up, and I can tell you, we can have a more like, we're in arguments where it's like, hey, look, macaroni salad is absolutely fine. So I don't know why,
with or without egg.
Oh, clearly you're gonna dice the. I mean, you're gonna dice the egg, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are we good?
We're okay.
Okay.
Can I ask you something? Was it just fortuitous that we have
what?
Our outfits
are
just reversed? Are they essentially? They're just reversed. Right?
If I had a
bluer shirt,
tops bottoms, but that's
that's
fun. I like this. That's fun.
I like what you're doing.
I like what you're doing. Hey, let me ask you what.
Yeah.
When it comes to macaroni salad, though.
Oh, we're back on macaroni, because macaroni shouldn't even be consumed by anyone, except for children and immigrants.
What? You don't say immigrants in that tone.
Oh, sorry.
On election day.
No, he doesn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you please stop smacking me?
All right. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Mm-mm.
Are you emasculated yet?
A little bit.
Where you at on?
A lot. A lot. Please don't hit me.
Where you at on equal pay?
I'm for it. Oh, I love election day. I love that our feed is a few seconds behind where I'm watching it,
and then you get to see yourself.
I get myself just beat up. Oh, election day is rough. Woo!
At least that might get some people to be like,
I gotta go vote.
Is he just kidding?
All right, look.
Anytime anyone's on here, instead of voting, I'm gonna slap Shawn. That's right.
No! Please vote!
We want no viewers.
Leave!
We want no viewers whatsoever.
It's live. Can they watch in line while they're voting?
No, Shawn. It's their democratic duty to put this down and stop it.
Please vote for Shawn's left cheek. Good times, good times.
Gracious.
We had a Halloween party.
We did.
All that didn't show up, missed out. It was a blast, man.
I think it was.
No one's lost their lives. That was a plus. It wasn't for a lack of trying.
It would have been a great story.
Would have been a great story.
Would have been a great story.
Sure.
So.
Yep. My buddy Trevor showed up.
He did.
Yeah, I think he Ubered out, didn't he?
He was Uber here.
He Ubered here.
He was Uber out. He was Uber here. He was Uber in.
I didn't know you could Uber
He was Uber. He was the Uberist.
He killed it. Him and his girl had a good time.
Absolutely.
You look great. You were Captain Kirk.
I was, and the wife was a sexy alien.
Mm-hmm.
She was absolutely.
She won Best Costume, I think.
Which you can't.
But she host.
You can't as the host of the party.
You can't win.
So then it defaulted to first.
Should we have said that? Like, don't vote for the
host of the party.
Yeah. I guess it don't matter. We didn't give away anything.
Yeah, it's like it was just pride.
I had a certificate.
Yeah.
But I was too drunk to remember where I put it.
You were intoxicated.
Yeah.
That is true. You were fairly intoxicated.
Yeah, I like to party.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. It's a fact. Mm-hmm.
Shawn, what is it? What's? I hope that I was a fairly okay host. You are the hosts of hosts, as far as I'm concerned. You're always.
I make sure everyone's having a good time.
Make sure everyone's fed.
Put that glass
drinks.
on a coaster.
You know.
Put that glass on a coaster.
You got the orange.
Some matter with you.
You got the orange polish in the rag constantly on the furniture.
Man, was the whistle a bit much?
It was. It was a little much.
No! You can't double dip your chip! God!
I can't.
One dip and move on!
I got like a whole nother, like 2/3 of chip left.
I don't care. You can't double dip.
Can I turn
in
it?
a community chip.
Can I turn it?
Well, not within your hands.
Then I'll just get the corner. I'll just get the corner of it, and there's no see the bit pieces here, and then the salsa's here, and then it's just fine.
I'll let you do a 1.5 dip. You get one full dip and then a half dip. There. Okay.
I got it on my fingers. What? I got it on my fingers. Oh, there's some more chip in there. Hold on. Your whistle is not working.
How do you improv a whistle?
You have to whistle. You can't do a dad whistle?
I can't. I've
Really?
tried. For a play, I had the character had to whistle.
Salsa?
Thanks.
You can just put that down. Oh, there's a lot of chip pieces.
Wow,
in there,
it's just.
Yeah, I'll just. Oh gosh. Yeah. Habanero.
You went with the habanero.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seeds and everything.
So you just didn't want any flavor at all.
It's actually it's only chopped habaneros.
Oh boy. What was I chopping? I was chopping something the other day, and then I washed my hands, but still touched my eye.
Oof.
Jacked it all up.
You don't want that, my friend. Also, don't touch your genitals. Got some sensitive skin. That'll burn.
Oh, you mean after touching habaneros? I got you. Yeah. Yeah, it's a thin skin down there.
Everyone should have some latex gloves
Okay.
in their kitchen to use when cutting those types of things.
Okay.
Pro tip.
Right? The more you know.
The more you know.
That's right.
G.I. Joe. Knowing's half the battle.
I love that show. I used to have so many G.I. Joes. I mean, I used to set up little battlefields and I would have them fight each other.
And you'd have them, like, go on dates. And then we'd be like,
of course.
Like, Duke, I'm starting to have feelings for you. And then he's like,
Duke and who?
Whitesnake.
Whitesnake.
Wait, what's the guy's name? Snake Eyes?
Snake Eyes.
Yeah. Does Snake Eyes talk? Was he silent?
He was the white man.
Why can't I remember
right?
any of the other
G.I.
Joe guys' names?
Cobra.
Cobra! I remember Cobra. Cobra Commander. Cobra's just the whatever, and then there's Cobra Commander. But wasn't there somebody who's like, well, Cobra is like the bad guys. Mm-hmm. That's who the bad guys are. Mm-hmm. It's so interesting. It's like G.I. Joe and then Cobra, but there's like nothing in like that's the only world that exists there because it's like they're like screw like the real world or any like every fight always happens in some barren desert. You know what I mean? There's never any civilization or anything.
Yeah.
So it's like
you want to minimize collateral damage.
Well, that's what they do. Also for like the '80s cartoons where they just want to reuse backgrounds and stuff. Keep it cheap.
Oh, is that what it
was? It was all about selling toys.
Yeah, so the rest of the world didn't care that these people were fighting.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like, they were just enemies.
I feel that's exactly the way Star Wars is. Like, when they showed up to all these rich people that were gambling, I'm like, oh, there's other people in the world, but is it just the Empire?
Right, yeah.
And the New World, they're just fighting, right? They don't...
I think what happens is the Empire, for example, in any kind of thing like that, there are pockets where the Empire does not have any influence. You know what I mean? So I'm sure that there are areas that are left alone, like through bribery or whatever else, whatever other means. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But that's bound to happen. You're not going to be able to have a complete control over everything.
Right.
even as like Nazi Germany spread out their, whatever. I'm sure there were little pockets where they didn't have full control of things and whatever else. You ever listen to Hardcore History?
Yes.
That is intense.
They're long, but they're really informative. They're really
long.
good. Yeah.
They are very long. I started listening a few years ago, and it's hard to like commit that much time to it.
It's a lot of time, but
it's really
the payoff is great. Mm-hmm. I wonder how long it takes to put one of those together.
I did like the Countdown to Armageddon series, and it was like countdown to World War II essentially, and it started with World War I, and like Franz Ferdinand and all that stuff, and it was so it's coming, right? What? Armageddon? Oh, again? Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh, Jonathan.
We're 20 minutes in, and we need to start shoveling some coal. We need to get the engine going again.
What are you talking about?
The steam. We're
coasting downhill right now, my friend.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We
could just sit here for 20 minutes more and people just enjoy this just because of our pretty faces. Matter of fact, we could just sit here and say, "Good day, ma'am. Hello, good sir.
Hello, how are you?
Beneficial to know you today, ma'am. Hope today on this fine November morning that you go ahead and cast your vote and cast your ballot for, anybody who gives a damn about poor people, migrants, women, gays, minorities. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much." So much more endearing when it comes in a southern accent.
Such a gentleman.
That's what I love.
Just get out there and
Southern Democrats
make your
great.
votes.
I mean, not previous Southern Democrats, because let's be honest. Mm-hmm. But current day modern Southern Democrats who are progressives, I love them because they're like, hell, man, women's rights, #feminism. I don't care if my son, daughter, gay, lesbian, don't matter. I love the hell out of them and hope support their right to get married, adopt children, have a very lovely life.
Mm-hmm. Well, who's in Fontana? Who's in Fontana?
Oh!
Who's running right now in Florida that could possibly make history?
I don't know.
If he wins, he'll be the first black
governor
of Florida.
I heard about that. That is pretty dope.
That will change some things.
Yeah. I hope what's her name wins her thing too. That's happening today, right? That really the youngest
in Tennessee.
No. Is it East Coast? On the East Coast, there's that one really young woman who's running as a Democrat or Democratic Socialist.
But it won't have. It's not going to have any impact on the state's already a blue state, I think, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, I think she's running against the incumbent Democrat.
She is, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So that could be historic as well.
That would be cool, yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet. But yeah, I mean, look, I think the biggest thing is it's like people were upset about the way things were, and those people got their say in 2016, while the rest of us, myself included, I'm just as guilty, kind of wanted to hold up the status quo with voting for like Hillary Clinton and whatever else, and kind of maintaining this kind of Democratic dynasty.
Yeah.
But I think this time around we realized our mistake. We understand the change that is necessary, because before it was like they all want change, they're fighting for change, and everybody else was like, no, let's not. We're on a good path. Let's keep it going with Obama, like things. And the country doesn't want that. I feel like the country doesn't like to be lukewarm. And Obama, as much as it may or may not, I think there's debate as to whose fault it is. There's plenty of blame to go around. But Obama's presidency was lukewarm, aside from killing Obama and
there was nothing
the Affordable Care Act, because he went up against a Congress and a House that was against him, and they were trying to do everything they could to stop him.
Oh, he was definitely lukewarm, because on his policies when it came to foreign policy.
Well, even then, like he was still like he was terrible on like drone strikes and stuff, and like his administration with immigration was not very good. Like we patted ourselves on the back way too easily with that, and we let our country get away from us. So we're realizing now that we want to be, I think a lot more of the country is realizing how good a lot more progressive policies are, opposed to believing that, oh, well, all progressive policies are leading to socialism and communism and whatever. You know,
that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. The fact that Trump is not, like, we're not super
Imagine
scared.
if we never progressed at any point in this country.
Well, think about it this way, too, right? So we have checks and balances. I feel like the last 2 years have been a test of our checks and balances. And
every election, not zero, but every election, there's always something to vote against. Mm-hmm. There's always something that needs to be removed and or altered or changed in some way. That's still progression. Even if we set the line here, mm-hmm. we set it too far, let's move back a little bit.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's why there are repealing of taxes and mm-hmm. repealing of different things and laws and those kinds of things. Like, we need to know when enough is enough, and it's sometimes hard to see that if we don't push that line, if we don't push that barrier back. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
You think we're going to fix some things?
I think I'm very, very hopeful. I'm very hopeful. I have faith in my fellow countrymen. Mm-hmm. I have faith that
it's going to be exciting to watch tonight.
You know, there's going to be some good in this country happening.
You think the Democrats will get the Senate?
That's tough, man. I don't. What do you say? I'd love it.
I know you would.
I'd love it.
I know you would.
Here's hoping. You know,
whatever it is, like I don't like. I think the time for complacency is out.
It's out, man. It's not time to say that voting doesn't matter. It's not time. Vote. It's not time to say that you know, you don't have a voice. Like, obviously the individual doesn't move the needle, but a bunch of individuals working together do move the needle. So
just like bees.
Just like bees. So hashtag vote blue, hashtag just like bees.
I'm running next year. I'm running.
Shawn Warner.
I'm running.
2019. There's no election. Just like bees. Buzz, buzz. Shawn Warner. 2019. Hashtag
pollination.
Just like bees.
Oh my God, it's great. It's great.
But also,
speaking of bees,
yo,
what?
Ha!
Is it true? Like every year,
just like bees.
Every other year, I hear that the bees are being wiped out, and then humankind will then be wiped out.
Yeah, we need bees, man.
No, I know we need them, but is it? Are we ever really in fear of? I haven't done any research on.
I think everything's connected. So I think the global warming has an impact.
Okay.
Climate change has an impact on the bee population. The bee population has an impact on the pollination of crops and just, you know, whatever else.
Yeah.
And pollination whatnot. So I think it's all connected, and I think it's a constant worry. And anytime you hear anybody talk about the environment, the climate change or the bee population, I think all of that is connected. So we're
all going to die.
Yes, essentially. I mean, like, we've been screaming this for the last 20 or 30 or however many years, and then people are like, we're going to be fine.
There's no such thing as global warming.
That was being dramatic. Look at this. You know what this is?
Pass me a Pabst.
You know what this is? A snowball. Oh, yeah. So global warming. Is that cherry syrup?
Yep.
You put. So global warming, right? But I have a cherry syrup flavored snowball.
How is this possible?
How's that possible?
How is this possible?
Democrats.
There was the one. I don't know why it was on the ballot. Why is California pushing
for what?
For permanent daylight savings time.
To where it would be right now?
Yeah.
We don't need it.
Oh, so you voted a yes.
I don't remember what I voted for.
I mean, I'm not asking you to tell me your votes. I'm just curious.
I know that I looked at each one and I gave it real thought as I was, sitting there and kind of really thought about the weight of each one, and I voted my conscience. Personally, I don't think it has an effect on us. Why would we? Why would we keep it? Do you have an argument for keeping it?
Well, we're already acclimated to one way. Why go back to something else? You know what I mean?
I don't feel like that's ever a good argument against something.
It would be confusing if it's only California.
There's another state or two that already do it.
It would be confusing, though, especially for West Coast people. For instance, I thought about it like this. How many times have you called out east to a company to pay a bill or deal with some kind of problem because they're located on the East Coast, and then you call it like 4 o'clock in the afternoon and they're closed?
Right.
Now just imagine all business that you would have to do on the West Coast would now have to be, 4 hours behind or whatever
I feel like
it is.
That's a very specific scenario.
It's confusing.
And I don't think that it's enough to really justify keeping an archaic kind of...
Then it needs to be done federally.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. I think that it was initially for what? For farmers?
Yeah, like back in the 50s or 40s.
You always have information that's always like, yeah. That daylight savings is about farmers, but then there's always some time where somebody's like, actually, it's not about farmers. It was about this and this and this or whatever.
During farmers and to save energy during wartime.
To increase daylight during work hours.
I like the sun. I mean, we live in California. Why not?
So would you say
not soak up as much as we can?
So you would want the time to not be as it is now, but as it was before time change. Right. So to where we just get the sunlight up until like 8 o'clock every day. Mm-hmm.
There's also an argument that kids, for some schools, it'd still be dark in the morning. Yeah. That can affect you. That can affect your rhythms. That can affect people's rhythms.
We've also, schools have also been wanting to make it later, like make the bell schedule later.
Your school is later.
8:45. 8:45
That's
a.m.
crazy.
I love it.
I'm all about it.
Well, because even then, like what time is sunrise? Even when it's then, like 6:30, 7 o'clock?
Something like that, yeah.
It's not that late.
So this was a vote for time travel. Am I right? I just wanted to be clear.
Right. Mm-hmm.
This is a vote.
Absolutely.
We are going to travel in time.
Correct.
Okay, good.
Back to 2016.
And we can all re-vote again.
Yep. That's what we decided to do.
Perfect.
I don't know if it would be better, honestly. I don't know if I could choose to change the outcome of the 2016 election. I feel like things would just continue. I feel like this is the wake-up call that we needed.
Okay, so
does that make sense?
This is the things happen for a reason.
This
had to happen
I think if our country was in a better state, that it wouldn't have happened. I think it was inevitable that something
the right maintains that the country's in great shape.
Which we can't just base everything on the economy and whatnot now, especially because when Obama saw over the recovery of the recession, and then you have an upward trajectory of your GDP and whatever else, and then some guy comes along.
I can grab coattails
here, right there, and then he's like, "Look how good it is! Oh, look how good I'm doing!"
And if you'll notice,
it's also then going like this. Wait, who's the orange guy? What's? Oh goodness, he has very small hands. So, I feel like.
Has there ever been an election that's been voted more emotionally than this one?
This is just a midterm. 2016.
Again, on the right, yes.
On the left as well. On the left
you
as
think
well.
On the left?
I'm not gonna vindicate.
No, I don't know how many people I talked to that were just like, yeah, I don't really want to vote for Hillary, but the other guy, you know what I mean? So So there was a lot of that. There wasn't people that were like, yes, on board. I don't know.
Probably about 2.5 million of that. So, I mean, you know what I mean? Or whatever the number was.
I've never taken my time so much on a vote to make sure I got that line right. Like, okay,
I drew lines around that one, the other one, and I was like, not him.
Good, smart.
Not that guy.
Right. I scratched mine out.
Yeah, I cut it out with scissors. Just cut the name out. Completely.
Yeah. I
feel like none of my votes were counted right.
I shredded mine.
Right.
Like crisscross.
Yeah. And then just tape the parts together without his name.
Right.
Nice.
Our vote will be fine. It'll be good.
Yeah. I think everyone should be 100% registered to vote just because I don't think that you should have an option. I think everybody should be registered to vote.
You should do that for monitoring anyway.
Monitoring?
That's right. We need to know exactly
Okay,
where
this
you
is
are.
why... Those are Republican fears, Shawn. That's what they fear the government's gonna do.
It's ridiculous.
I want to let's do a little extra longer episode this week because we didn't do it last week.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going.
No. I have things to do.
So, what do you guys think about? I know. Was there anything? What do you think the most important ballot on measure on the ballot was?
On California?
Yeah.
I think the most expensive one was 1 through 4. I count all of them as the same because they all had something to do with
funding,
state spending. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that I think, and they're all a good thing. So
it was all like education and stuff like that.
Education, mental health, workers, things like that. So all that is important. Yes, and those are a no-brainer because fiscally, in the long run, let's spend it on that.
Yeah, it makes much more sense to put money into education and healthcare services.
Right, the water table, things like that.
Come on,
especially in California, we got a water problem.
Kim gets frustrated with me because I'm always driving around the Inland Empire around here, right? Montana,
yeah, you are.
Because you don't know. Yeah, I don't know where I am.
Where is Nick? Yeah. Did he forget his phone?
But here's this. I always see, like, there's all of these lawns, golf courses. I'm like, folks, we live in an MFing desert, okay? We live in a desert. Mm-hmm. We have no right to put all of this greenery around us. We need to have rocks.
Colored rocks.
We need to have like fake turf. Mm-hmm. That's what, and I feel like we would conserve so much water. We would save so much on energy. Mm-hmm. Like we could start harnessing heat energy if we started replacing all of our lawns with turf lawns that could then absorb the. Like I'm just saying, man.
Keep going.
And if we, our fellow Americans, get together and say with one voice that we care not about a ficus or a palm tree or the grass from Kentucky, but about the state of our state of California, then you and I will also be able to say that we are Americans and God bless us, everyone, forever, and no one else. Right, Shawn?
Please vote, or he's gonna lose his
Oh, you're not gonna vote?
Wait, no! They're gonna vote!
They're not gonna vote?
They're gonna vote!
Oh.
They're gonna vote.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure that they vote.
Okay.
Because if they don't vote, something might happen. Something might happen to Shawn.
What?
Ah! Oh, just piece by piece.
Wait a minute.
What is this?
No!
Everyone votes.